Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 5. We are learning Unit 1. Its title is Four Things. Today's lecture 2, my dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, follow it as it is or modified for your convenience. I'm going to deliver this lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today's lecture 2 under the title of grammar, we are going to learn about punctuation marks. We'll cover page number 11 of your book. Before this, in English for grade 4, I have already taught you about punctuation marks. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video again. And we learn further to cover this SLO, recall the rules of punctuation learned earlier. So whatever you have learned earlier, we are going to recall it today. It's our SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 2 and 3, this is the book about which there is no doubt. It is a guidance for those conscious of Allah, for those who believe in the unseen, establish prayer, and spend out of what we have provided them. Yes, my dear children, these beautiful verses tells us about the people who are conscious of Allah, what type of people they are. They believe in unseen, they establish prayer, they spend out of what Allah has given them. So these are their qualities. And there is a comma, it means this topic still continues. So this is how punctuation mark help us to understand and write the phrases. So we have already learned few things. Now you tell me, what are the places where we apply capitalization? So pause the video and answer this question to your teacher. Yes, my dear students, I hope you have answered correctly that first letter of a sentence is always capital, and more things we learned today, inshallah. Here is a sentence. I want you to think why we put these punctuation marks in a sentence. So let's read it. Let's eat, grandma. What? Let's eat, grandma? Are we monster? Oh, it's such a scary sentence. Let's eat, grandma. Oh, my dear students, I forgot to put a comma after let's eat. It was basically let's eat. Grandma, come, I have cherries, or I have a apple pie. Let's eat together. So just when I omitted this comma, the concept of the sentence totally changed. The correct is let's eat, grandma. Come, let's eat together. You see, such a important punctuation mark is for sentences. This is for all the punctuation marks, not only comma, all the punctuation marks. If we omit them or if we place wrongly, the total concept of the sentence may change. That's why we have to learn it and we have to be very careful for applying the punctuation marks. Okay, so this is what we are going to recall today. We use full stop. We put a full stop at the end of a sentence, and its example is the house belongs to a rich man. This full stop is telling the sentence ends over here. We use commas, number 1, for separating items in a list of 3 or more things. If we are going to make a list and there are 3 or more than 3 things, we'll separate them by putting a comma. Its example is the cake mix requires flour, comma, sugar, comma, eggs, comma, and butter, full stop. All right, so it's a list of things. That's why we have to separate them by putting commas. The next use of comma is to separate a series of phrases. The instructor looked through his briefcase, through his desk, and around the office for the lost grade book. Okay, so this comma is separating where he looked through his briefcase, through desk, and through all around like this. This is how phrase means a chunk of a sentence which are linked together. So we have to separate them by putting commas. All right. So the next use of comma, we have already learned. We use a comma in a dialogue after words like please, sorry, excuse me, etc. We use capital letters whenever we start a new sentence. Capitalize the first letter of the first word. Either it's individual sentence or it's in a paragraph. A proper noun. Yesterday we learned about proper nouns. I hope you remember. So whenever we write a proper noun, it's a specific name for a person, place, or a thing. These types of nouns should always be capitalized no matter where they appear in a sentence. It's not necessary they are coming at the beginning of the sentence. Even in the middle of the sentence, if you want to write a proper noun, you should capitalize it. All right? And we capitalize the pronoun I. Whenever the pronoun I is always written in capital letter, no matter where it appears in sentence. Okay? So let's see what does your book says about it. We have just recalled what we have learned earlier. Now open your book on page number 11. Here it's punctuation marks, and the first over here is full stop. Comma and full stop are the most frequently used punctuation marks. We put a full stop at the end of a sentence, and the sign used for full stop is this one, just a dot. All right? So here are the examples. You see every sentence is ending on a full stop. It means it's a simple affirmative sentence. So you can pause the video and read all the sentences. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? It is simple for you now. Capitalization. Capital letter is used, number one, at the start of a sentence. Okay, as I live in a city, he is always busy. So the first letter of the sentence is always capital. And the second, it's we capitalize for proper nouns. So capitalize the proper nouns. Ali is my best friend. You see here this name Ali. Even it's coming, I live in Quetta. So Quetta is a proper noun. That's why it's written with capital Q. We admire the game of Misbah-ul Haq. So it's a proper noun with capital letter. All right. So this is how we use punctuation marks. And here I have an activity for you. Are you ready for that? Are you excited for that? That's a good thing. All right, my dear teachers, what we are supposed to do, we will divide class into groups of in two groups, group 1 and group 2. Now, teacher will write same sentence on board 2 times. A child from group 1 will come and punctuate the sentence, and a child will come from group 2 and will punctuate the sentence to make it a different sentence, to make it to give it a different meaning, like this. Here I have given many examples in lesson plan. You can take sentences of your own as well. So here what's that in the road ahead? It is the first example. Twice teacher will write it. The child 1 will come, maybe he will do in this way, and the child 2 will come, and these 2 sentences are different. What's that in the road ahead? What's that in the road ahead? You see, both sentences are different. Now pause the video and enjoy this activity. Yes, my dear children, are you done? I hope you have taken all the examples which I have mentioned, many interesting examples, like a woman without her man is nothing. So this one sentence can be written in 2 ways. A woman, comma, without her, comma, man is nothing. A woman without her man is nothing. Okay, so these 2 sentences are different from each other. I like yellow, green, and blue. So I like yellow, green, and blue. I like yellow, green, and blue. You see, just by putting different punctuation marks, the meaning of the sentence is different. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's practice it from your book. Open your book on page number 11. What you are supposed to do? Copy these sentences in your notebook and add capital letters and full stop where needed. So pause the video, rewrite these sentences by putting full stop and by applying capitalization. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job, you're smart. I'm giving you a homework. You will write a paragraph of 5 to 6 sentences using correct punctuation marks. So teacher, while checking this homework, you have to be careful for the correct punctuations. All right, I'm giving a worksheet. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, and kindly give a printed worksheet to my students. And students, what you are supposed to do, the sentences are here. You have to punctuate them correctly. So what we have learned today, we recalled that we put a full stop at the end of a sentence. We recall that we use the use of comma to separate items in a list of 3 or more things, separating series of phrases. And we also recall that we use comma in a dialogue after words like please, sorry, excuse me, etc. We recalled to capitalize the first letter of the sentence and the first letter of a proper noun. And we also recalled to capitalize the pronoun I. So in this way, we achieved our today's SLO, that was to recall the rules of punctuation learned earlier. Are we done with it? Yes, and we thoroughly enjoyed doing it. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing, take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.